Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? This is good old Grandmaster Evan here, and this is the Anonymous Republic Network. It is Wednesday, September 16th, 2020. And some funny news happened yesterday. A guy in San Francisco got arrested yesterday for taking a shit on the doorstep of Nancy Pelosi. Yep, the guy took a dump. He power duked on Pelosi's property, and it was funny as shit hearing about it. And there's a video on it yesterday on YouTube yesterday. Guy just squatted, took a dump, and left about it. And he was streaming himself getting arrested for power duking on Pelosi's driveway. Now, we need something like that to make us laugh, people. And we need to laugh our asses off because these motherfuckers have no idea what they're fucking doing. You know, the president did the peace deal with Israel and UAE. Pelosi calls it a distraction. We need some peace in the Middle East, you know what I'm saying? We need some of that. And so, I mean, it is, you know. But they're saying, oh, it's a mirage. It's a distraction. The reason they're saying it is because they're not doing it. They haven't done it. The last time there was a peace deal, it was Israel and Palestine. And Bill Clinton was there when he did the peace deal. And I don't know why a president has to be the one to kind of do this peace deal crap with two other countries. But it is what it is. And at least there is some peace between Israel and UAE. Now what about the rest of the Middle East? I mean, at least there's, they've been at war for thousands of years. Millions of lives lost, you know what I'm saying? And, but it got done, and it is done. There is some peace between Israel and the UAE and a couple other nations of the Middle East. And which need to be done because the countries that surrounding Israel were try to basically remove it off the map. And there was this 7-day war between Israel and I think it was Israel and Pakistan or Israel or some other country in the Middle East. But again, Nancy Pelosi's property got power duked by a guy in San Francisco. And that was fucking hilarious. The guy just squatted and filmed himself getting arrested and laughed about it. Hey, I would too. Laugh about it while doing it. But, you know, I think, we're all tired of all this crap, man. To be very honest. We all want to go back to normal. Dr. says, we won't be able to go back to normal until 2021. 2021. Why? Why do we gotta wait? We could do it. Do it gradually, not like, yeah, we're going back to normal. No. to get back to normal, everything has to be done gradually. You can't do it right away. It takes a little time. When you look at the news, I mean, shit, it's not getting any better. It won't get any better until somebody pulls the head out of their ass. They realize, wow, this network fucking sucks. And I've always been a fan of news. I wanted to, like, you want to know what's happening in local and throughout the state and the country. But even local news can be full of shit sometimes, or at times, something like that. And you got these news fuckers acting like kids, acting like children, just because they're working for a major network. You got their head up their ass and an ego inflated. Whoa, I got a big head. Ego with look. People are tired of this entire nonsense, man. It's real problem. So if there's anything that can be done, is you get rid of the Operation Mockingbird. That's still going, and it's simple. Don't watch the news. I mean, look for an outlet that, will pretty much do its job. I mean, Breitbart, RT. I mean, you gotta look at other Infowars. But the major ones, the real fuck up. And we don't need a real fuck up in the news. I mean, you got these idiots trying to grandstand to just want to grandstand, want to kiss the ass of the liberal left. I mean, it's just that I'm kind of sitting here thinking, okay, what's funnier, watching news people fuck up, or see a guy in San Francisco dropping a deuce on Nancy Pelosi's front door? I say both. I mean, then you kind of wonder on the peace deal. That needed to be done. It needed to be done. Because over the Middle East, they've been fighting for years in the Middle East, Yasser Arafat's no longer around. He was head of the PLO for years. He was mysteriously found dead. They're thinking that he was poisoned. Gaddafi, he was murdered. I mean, he wasn't a threat. And then you have that one dude in Iran. the Ayatollah back in the day. He had leaders like Castro, Gaddafi, Yasser Arafat, that one dude, again, he's, but there's been a lot of these. Tulsi Gabbard said it right. There's a lot of regime changes over the years, and we've been in it since 1942. We've done regime changes since 42. I mean, what's the latest one? The one from 09? From 09? Oh no, was it Honduras? There's a regime change in Honduras, and that was while Hillary was Secretary of State. Hillary Clinton got involved in that, and it's like, you know, if there's somebody in one country who we don't like for some goddamn reason, who's not a threat, who's been elected democratically by the people and shit, it seems that they're a threat to us. So what's the answer? Send in the CIA to start some propaganda crap on the new guy so we can bring in our puppet and shit. Some of you may not know about the 1953 coup of Iran. The former leader, president of Iran, back in 1953, was ousted. He was ousted by the CIA. Ron Paul mentioned this 10 years ago. And it was this big mess. I mean, Eisenhower did it in 1960. There was a leader. He was elected by the people. Eisenhower had them taken out. One was a president, one was prime minister. Both were taken out. Both were arrested on false charges, like every leader who we find undesirable, even though there's no proof of it, are taken out behind the woodshed and shot in the head. No trial, anything, just back of the head, headshot. And that's what we're good for. Taking out a leader who we deem not likable in our favor because they're not going to play ball. So what happens? We don't like the guy. We don't like the guy for some reason. Oh, we got to remove him quickly. But the one leader we'd like to remove the proper way, and that is Maduro. The way he's treating his people. And socialism in Venezuela is not helping. It's not working for people of Venezuela at all. I mean, you gotta think here. Hey, you'll see like Maduro. Oh, he's just a good guy. We like those in here. We do not. No, we do not. We like things where people are free to do things, work their ass off, live free. Vote for they want. Vote for who they want. Whatever they want to do in their life. It's none of our business. In Pennsylvania, BLM rioters are held on a $1 million bail. $1 million bail. BLM rioters held on a $1 million bail in Pennsylvania. Problem solved overnight. What a surprise! That is by the liberal hive mind. As the because a lot of federal officers have been deputized federal are now doing their job finally, since these local fuckers don't want it done. Good coffee. I mean, you gotta think, man. You know, it's huge problem. You know, I mean, how long do we gotta take this crap, man? You know, to deal with rioters and looters and shit. How many people died? How many looters killed people? How many owners of businesses were murdered? Shit. Just trying to protect their businesses, man, you know? I mean, there's a lot of people that have been working for years, opened up their own business. They, you know, how many people do I got that has to deal with the bullshit?
They were Imperial soldiers, sir. Now they're corpses.
But the question is, you have Seattle, Portland, Chicago, how many people in Chicago has to deal with more deaths? How many people in Portland has to deal with this bull crap with Antifa? When will the governor of Washington pull his head out of his ass, unplug his ears, open his eyes, and actually see what is making it worse? They're at war with their own police. They're at war with their own law enforcement. When can they grow up and understand that? Look, your city, they're in your city destroying businesses, mom and pop shops, newly open up black businesses and shit. How many people have to deal with this crap? They're pissed off, man. I mean, what if my viewer here had a business, open it up, busting their ass just to save up money to open up his or her business, happy to do it, the entire thing paid off, then all of a sudden, on opening day, wow, yay, ta-da. Can't open up because it's been destroyed. Burnt to the ground, looted. I would be livid, because if I had busted my ass for months and months and months and months to save up, to open up a business, then can't wait till opening day, but you're waiting for opening day, for grand opening, you're praying, and you're like, just can't wait to open up your business, and all of a sudden, windows broken, everything's been looted. Things are on the street burnt to ash. There are idiots. There are people who are angry over all this rioting, all this looting shit. Yeah. I mean, you gotta look like this. I mean, they're saying, well, looting is reparation. Is it really reparation if you're looting? No, because these are young people who's not oppressed, never been oppressed. They see one glimpse, brief footage, without seeing the entire thing from start to finish. They see one guy getting shot and not getting the full what started and what finished. They just want to rely on one quick glimpse. That's it. And they overload their emotions. The guy was on PCP. Okay? PCP make you do stupid shit. Like George Floyd. He had, instead of killing the man, they should have taken him to the hospital. And that could have saved his life. But yeah, we got some idiots in law enforcement that don't really think. They just... George Floyd should have gone to the hospital and not on the ground dead. The Rashad Brooke guy in Atlanta. Should have cuffed him quickly, and then put him in the back of the car. He fought, stole a taser, ran off, got shot, and it ain't the cop's fault. It's his ass. He had a history of violence in his record. He assaulted a cop, assaulted some people and such like that. Known for also driving under an influence. The Blake guy that got shot in the paralyzed. Oh, he didn't have a knife in his hand. How do they know? There's people that looked in at that footage right when he walked, then he got shot. If he would have stayed put and complied, dude, he walked away. He had a knife in his hand. He opened up his car door. The cops didn't know what he was doing. He could have pulled the gun out and not know what would happen. But 7 times? I mean, I can understand putting it around to his ass, or a foot, or a kneecap, or a leg. Around in the foot or a leg. Shit. You didn't have to shoot him 7 times in the back. 1 time in the foot or the leg. Shit. If I got shot in the leg, I ain't fucking moving. Or if I got shot in the foot, I ain't fucking moving either. 'Cause I'll be too much in pain to move. But 7 times in the back, in my opinion, that's overload. If you're a criminal and you have a record, look, people are going to look at you for a moment and thinking, hope this guy doesn't get shot. Or, I mean, at least he complies. Half the time, they want to fight the cops. They want to prove, oh yeah, I'm tough, yeah. But why? Why do you want to? Here's my best advice. Cops are not perfect, okay? They're not. Yes, there's bad apples. Yes, there's assholes that are so eagle-fied about the job. We're a badge. Yeah, I got a badge. Fuck them, you know? But there are good cops that are being pulled into this shit who's just want to do their job in the best way they can, because they know for a fact that they got their hands full. If the people would just look, I've seen a few videos where people got tired and really kicked the shit out of Antifa and BLM because, hey, look, you ain't gonna come into my town and pick up my shit, okay? We're gonna kick your ass. This what needs to happen. If they come into your city, kick their ass. Or just kick them out of your town, because you know for a fact that they're brought here for a reason. Destruction of neighborhoods, businesses, churches, you name it. I mean, Kamala Harris says it's going to continue on Election Day and after Election Day. It's like she's endorsing this shit. So what's it to continue? Well, I'm sorry, but when you have people like was it yesterday or was it yesterday or Monday? A guy got arrested for defending his property. He was in his house brandishing a rifle while these idiots were surrounding his house. His house was surrounded. What the fuck would you do? I would have done the same fucking thing. Antifa and BLM and the Democrats are anti-self-defense. If I had some assholes surrounding my house, I would carry a weapon too. You as a citizen has the right to defend yourself. If they're mad about it, big fucking whoop. It's your home. It's your property. A man's home is his castle. A man would do anything to defend his family, his home, his livelihood. Even if he has to carry a weapon in his own home, on his property. If these lily-livered cocksuckers got a problem with it, tough. But if you end up being stupid, joining a flock of hyenas, surrounding some guy's home, he has the right to carry a weapon in his own home. And he has a right to blow you away if you trespass on his property or in his house. The homeowner has a right to blow your ass away. For example, 3 little bastards tried to rape an elderly man's granddaughter. He shot and killed two these little bastards here. One ran off with a shot in his ass. An old man defending his granddaughter against 3 idiots, 2 were shot dead, 1 ran off. That's self-defense. That's defending your home and your family. For example, three robbers came in a home of a World War II veteran. 2 were shot dead while 1 was wounded. He's on the ground in pain. A 14-year-old kid shot an intruder defending his 12-year-old sister with a .22. That is self-defense. That's defending your home. But you got these cocksuckers wearing black surrounding your home. What do? You gotta do what you need to do to defend your home. Do what you gotta do. It's self-defense. Self-defense is not murder. It's self-defense. That's like if my viewer here was in the same boat, where he had some assholes surrounding his house, he would have done the same thing. They would have done the same thing, because they're protecting their home. They're protecting their property. It's within their right. But again, begin this video, in San Francisco, this dude squatted down. First, he dropped trowel, squatted down, and took a shit. Power duked, took a dump on Nancy Pelosi's driveway. Right on her driveway, he dropped trowel, he squatted, took a power duking dump on her driveway. It was seen on, it was a video I seen on YouTube, and the guy was laughing his ass off, filming himself laughing about it while getting arrested. We need some laughter around here, you know what I'm saying? A dude power duped on Nazi Nancy Pelosi's driveway. Wow. I mean, we've seen Laura Loomer and some people trespassed on her property. I mean, she has one in Frisco and another one elsewhere in the Bay Area. And dude, I mean, she's getting what she's deserving. She deserved to have some guy power duking on her driveway. Okay? I want to see that on Gavin Newsom's property. The same guy going to his house or his property, power duking, basically marking his territory on a governor's mansion property. But she calls the peace treaty power duke. Yeah, power. I mean, it's funny, man. I mean, the guy dropped trowel, squatted, power duked on the driveway, dude. Like, the guy was filming himself laughing about it, man. Got arrested for it. But hey, look, I would have done the same thing, but I would have done it at night. No, and wear a mask, because no one, people, they're probably like, yeah, that's him. That's the same beard we see him on YouTube. Yeah, he wore that same hat and had that same beard. But I mean, it's really, they've done it to themselves, man. They quite literally done it to themselves. Pelosi's a fuck up. The governor, Gavin Newsom's a fuck up. I mean, he shut down every county from reopening, but he has this winery up in the Bay Area, Napa, he owns. People can come in, taste the wine. I would rather have a nice cold Corona with lime. With lime. I mean, I just find it very insane, you know. I mean, NFL. Oh man, ratings are dropping for NFL and NBA games, man. People are fucking livid, dude. They are goddamn livid. If there was anything that could be done, recall these motherfuckers, man. Recall these people because they don't care. As long as they kept saying, Black Lives Matter. Okay, it's understandable, but why say it when you're destroying a black business? You're not really doing yourself any favor by destroying a black business and saying it, because by doing that, you're proving you don't care about black people. It's not. It ain't no black or white thing or left or right thing. It's bullshit. The way I see it, it's more like a capitalism versus Marxism bullshit. I mean, you have black athletes. You have like Kenneth Owens. And you have who are just straight up angry, man. Because when you have people who are angry, yeah, they are flat angry, seeing neighborhoods. I mean, up in Seattle, they're saying, give up your house to a black person. Come live in the streets. Why? Somebody bust their ass and bought the house they're living in. They're not going to give up the house to some young fuck up just because you want to demand their home and shit. Go get it. If you want to buy a house, get a fucking job and save up, man. Shit. Nobody's gonna give up their house to some lanky motherfucker. I mean, get a goddamn job, man. Get a fucking job, dude. Shit. Nobody in their right mind would give up their home to a group of cocksuckers who have no idea that, I mean, they're handing everything. They I mean, today's age, they're getting everything they're wanting. You know? I mean, they got, look at. They're demanding this, then that. Get a goddamn job, motherfucker. Shit. Nobody's gonna give up their home to you, motherfucker. Shit. Go get a goddamn fucking job, dude. Shit. You're not oppressed. You weren't where your grandparents were, or your great grandparents, or your great grandparents. I mean, stop saying, oh, I'm oppressed. Fuck you. You're going to college. You're getting an education, man. Shit. Stop saying you're oppressed, because you're not oppressed. You're just a dumbass who thinks you're oppressed. Who's oppressing you? You fucking idiot. If you're saying you're oppressed, who's oppressing you? I mean, no one's telling you to shut the fuck up. Nobody's telling you to do shit, you know? You're in the freest country in the world, man. And it's a land of opportunity here. No. But you're going to be saying that you're oppressed because you're not oppressed. You think you're oppressed. And the highest rating of murder of black people is by black people. And it's a huge rate. Single parent homes have gone up to 70%. Now, it don't matter what color your skin is. You still have a chance of getting shot by a cop if you're a fucking idiot. Now, if you're a fucking idiot and you do some stupid shit, you will get stopped by an officer. You will get, but the thing is, anybody who's stupid enough to drive under the influence is a fucking moron. I mean, if you're that stupid enough to drive under the influence, okay, and out of the blue, you will get stopped. If you're driving drunk under influence, you will lose your license. You will get a ticket, and you may lose your vehicle over you being a dumb shit. Okay? But if you're an idiot that sees a glimpse, just a brief glimpse of a guy getting shot by a couple cops, maybe you're the dumbass who has jumped the gun, who's tried to jump the Grand Canyon, basically, you're trying to jump the Grand Canyon without a fucking parachute. Wait until you see the entire thing. Don't just see one footage of one guy getting shot in the back. See the entire thing first. Because one glimpse ain't gonna help you. It'll make you dumber than a box of rocks. Okay? If you watch the entire footage from beginning, middle, and end, maybe you'll get some information. But just seeing a brief glimpse of a guy getting shot in the back while under the influence, while fleeing the scene, while trying to take two officers, you will get your ass shot. Because you're the one who's a fuck up who fell asleep at a drive-thru at Wendy's because the drive-thru person saw you sleeping at the wheel, call the cops because people are concerned that you're asleep at the wheel. Cops come, they check on you, they're cool with you. They're not rude, not being mean, not being bad. to make sure you're okay. The only one that did fuck up was Rashad Brooks, who drove drunk, driving under the influence. Okay? They managed to get him to park his car. They had him do 2 sobriety tests. He failed. They went to cuff him. Okay? Because if you're under influence, your brain is cattywampus. That means cattywampus. As they're trying to cuff the guy, he attacked them. He ain't no victim. He ain't no martyr. He fought with them. He grabbed one of the tasers and he ran off. That's fleeing the scene. If he was alive, he would face a charge of driving under influence. Also on police officer, fleeing the scene. He could have had 3-4 charges on his ass if he lived. But no. The dude got himself shot. The DA says Mr. Brooks was a good man. He was, motherfucker. The guy was under the influence. The guy did not the guy fought with the officers. The guy was fleeing the scene. The guy was trying to tase one of the officers, but did he get shot? Yes, he did. Was it his fault? Yes, it was. He stole a taser, which is a weapon that can kill, too. The motherfucker got himself shot. He ain't no martyr. There's a record. This DA is charging the officers with capital murder. Why? Because it's political season. I mean, political or not, they should have fought hard they should have fought hard. Because this guy was like an eel, slippery little eel or fish. They got away. Or just tase the guy. If you're running, tase the motherfucker. Shit. But then you have to shoot the guy. Should have been the last thing, but he ran off. No, I mean, it is what it is. It happened. But the officers shouldn't have gotten charged automatically. There should have been an investigation before the charge. Was it justified? So no. Self-defense? Yeah. So it was a self-defense. Can't say it wasn't. No, I mean, you can't say, well, it was murder. Really? They shot the guy. The motherfucker was under the influence, okay? The guy was under the influence of alcohol. Driving drunk, by the way. You're a dumbass if you're under the influence. Well, he's a black man. Yes, he was. A human being, not just a black guy. Okay, let's throw the race out. Let's take the race out of the equation. Okay, it's the character of the individual that chose to drive under the influence. Okay, it's the person's decision to put the drugs in his system before dying. Instead of being killed, the person should have been taken to the hospital where he could get medical care, not have some dumb white cop have his knee on his neck and kill the guy. 2 other officers that holding him down could have said, hey, look, let's take him to the hospital. He ain't looking too good. But no, these 2 motherfuckers held the guy down while the officer had his knee on his neck. my opinion, these fuckers deserve the death penalty. I think they should have got the death penalty. And that's how I feel about it. The guy wasn't all there. He was impaired like Richard Brooks. Both died in the hands of officers. One was self-defense, other was straight up murder. The cop that has knee on his neck had a history of being a racist and shit. Which he should have been on the force in the first place. Why? He wasn't thinking. What the fuck, dude? It's also, I mean, look, yeah, there's bad apples in every department, but they're essential. They're needed there to keep the city safe from idiots who are looting and rioting and hurting people and destroying business. Come on, man, grow the fuck up, dude. You're not oppressed. You're not. You're just a dumb motherfucker that decided to riot over the death of a guy who's on drugs. He was stopped, but instead of arresting him, taken him to the hospital. George Floyd would have been alive if he was in the hospital, gotten some care. Okay, but without thinking, his officers acted on ego, a power trip. Like there's a 13-year-old kid that got shot by a cop. His mom called 911 for help. Calling for a cop is the last thing, okay? Because cops will just make it worse. If you call in for a paramedic, hey, the guy needs help. Call for a paramedic. Sorry, man, but we'll bring some officers. Oh, fuck that shit, dude. I mean, fuck that shit, man. Cops ain't got no training for that shit, man. Anybody that has issues with any kind of mental issue might as well call for a funeral director, because somebody's getting shot. I mean, cops aren't trained for any kind of medical shit. They have no idea on how to deal with anybody with mental issues that has paranoia. We call it paranoia, schizophrenia. Any kind of mental issue. Cops are not trained to deal with this kind of shit. How they do it? They shoot the person without actually. They solve it with a bullet. Why? They should call out somebody who has an expertise in this shit. You know? If you know somebody that has a mental issue problem, call for a paramedic. Call for a mental health person, not a cop. Okay, cops are not trained for this shit. Only way they know how to do it is shoot the person, no matter what age they are. Cops need training on how to deal with people that have mental issues. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not fully trained to deal with mental problems, man. They need to be trained. Trained, man. Fucking trained, dude. if one cop actually learn how to handle the issue there, nobody would have got shot. Nobody would have gotten, beaten or killed. When was the last time someone with a badge used their head? When was the last time that an actual officer used their head? Kept their gun in the holster.
Internal tracking transmitters review.
Um,
I don't think this is Let's look.
there has to be
Works is very low on Coruscant.
accountability.
Respawning generators bleed electrons.
Stop protecting these cops.
But enemy droid machines intersect the power conduits.
Get rid of the qualified immunity.
Enemy droid machines must stop.
Because these cops are getting off on this qualified immunity bullshit.
Alright, yes.
They need to go to fucking jail and shit, man. They need to be locked up or investigated shit. Because I'm tired. I am literally tired of hearing someone getting shot because a cop didn't know how to deal with the problem, the issue. Cops would rather use a bullet than anything else. Okay, why? It's the reason why people don't trust cops. Because they're not trained to handle any kind of medical problem, like any mental issues and shit.
It's a serious business.
If one officer had the brains to actually did their job instead of relying on their ego and shit and their power trip, because a lot of these officers are on a power trip, man. Huge power trip. It's literally fucking nuts, dude. Fucking nuts, man. Literally. If there was anybody in kind of work has a brain and actually has some common sense, nobody would have got shot. Nobody would have gotten beaten for any reason that may be. But nobody deserves to get shot or punched or kicked. Use your fucking head, man. It's a smart thing to do is use your fucking head, man. Use your fucking head. I would not wish that on anybody, even my viewer here. If they are in that situation, just hope that they walk away safe, man. They get the help, they get what they need. Medical help, especially not help from a cop at all. How many cops out there do have some common sense? Don't know how many. I used to like to see an officer with common sense. My viewer will like to see an officer with some common sense that can do their job and not see anybody going to their funeral and shit. Common sense, man. You gotta have some common sense here, folks, man. If you're an officer, have some fucking common sense. I'll tell you what. If people in this world actually use their head and actually thought a way to maybe solve a problem, solution peacefully and no violence, crap, man. I mean, if there was any peace in the world, it'd be awesome to have some peace in this world. It'd be a lot better if we have some common sense in this world. Rioters and looters, you're not oppressed. You're your parents' disappointment. You are your parents' fuck up. You're the reason why your parents shouldn't breed. If you choose to be a fuck up, then you chose to be your parents' disappointment, your parents' fuck up. It's probably why you ain't your parents' favorite, because you're the only one. You're one of out of the 3, 4, 5 that has no brains, no common sense. You wore blinders when you were born. You're probably the middle child who's the black sheep of the family, who's the real fuck up. Because every family has that one fuck up. Can't say it. More of a, I would say more of a disappointment. And if you choose to be a fuck up and follow an ideology that makes no sense to you, but you find it so cool, then you become a real disappointment. And you chose to follow an ideology. You become brainwashed like a booze hound on nut juice. High on nut juice, it's a good to hear. No, I can't say it. You're high on stupidity. And where's the common sense? Where's the common sense? Where's the actual common sense here, folks? You got one idiot. You got two idiots across the country going back and forth from Seattle, Portland, Chicago, and they're turning to Kenosha, Seattle, Portland, Chicago, Kenosha, and they're overly emotional. They're like a bunch of women, overly emotional. Karen, I call it. Overly emotional Karens. Constantly on the rag. Emotional Karens on the rag, part 2. They're in Chicago. And her name is Lori Lightfoot. She's a cunt. She's groveling to Walmart because Walmart's saying, guess what, Mayor? Fuck you, we're out of here. Because the mayor ain't doing her fucking job. They're blaming the president for their fuck up. Well, I'm sorry, people. if you're a mayor of Portland, Chicago, and Seattle, guess what? You're the fuck up, folks. Mayor of Portland, Seattle, and Portland, Chicago, and Seattle, you are a bunch of fuck ups. You chose to see your city burn. You chose to see your city in chaos and not do anything about it. Stop it. You're at war with your own law enforcement because you want to defund. And why is that? You chose to hate your law enforcement because you refuse to work with them when they're telling you, hey, mayor, our city's fucked up because you ain't doing anything about it because you're letting these fuck ups destroy your city, destroy businesses, disturb neighborhoods and shit. Mayor, you're a fuck up. You're instigating more of this fuck uppery. People are getting hurt. Some got killed because of your stupid ass. Because you're refusing not to do that because you support them. And these are liberal motherfuckers. Liberal mayoral fuck ups, man. Like, if you choose to let it happen in your own town, well, guess what, mayor? You're a fucking piece of shit because you're letting your city die. You're letting your city get destroyed. You're letting a bunch of fuck ups take over one part of the city, calling it asshole ass town. So, mayor, why are you a fuck up and you ain't doing shit about it? Well, you know, I got no brain. Well, there you go. They ain't got no fucking brain. It's in your ass. Every time you take a shit, you're not thinking. Your brain's looking at your ass. So, who else is enjoying this royal fuck up here? And you got these idiots who have no idea how to do their fucking job. I mean, you got people in city councils, state, call it, not giving a rat's ass about the citizens. All they care about is their voting of re-election and shit. To say, well, I'm ready for re-election to be the bigger asshole in this state. Well, guess what, Governor? You are an asshole in this state. And your name is Newsom. Gagging Gavin Newsom. My aunt is Speaker of the House. They call her the cunt. Her name is Pelosi, and some guy got caught power doking on her driveway. They call him the Dukester, the power Dukester. That turtle was 10 pounds. It had to be drywalled off the driveway. It had to be sandblasted off the driveway. Don't know his name, but he took a dump on my aunt's driveway. Yes, he did. Why? Because your aunt's a cunt. They were laughing because he was power duking. I was too laughing. I would have done the same fucking thing. Power duking on a driveway. Hey, Speaker. I took a dump on your driveway. I left that too. It's pecan pie flavored. I took it all courtesy of a pecan pie. You gave me the shits. Half these motherfuckers don't even get it, man. You know, I mean, they're like, we're here to help you guys get all sorted out. We got all this planning, all this stuff. We're going to plan this rally to make sure you guys are all well taken care of and you're all really not buying it. See, I mean, half these politicians at local and state level, even federal level, they are dumb as fuck. They are absolutely dumb as fuck, man. I say let's go to their driveway and power took on their fucking property and shit, dude. You know what? I think that would be fucking hilarious, dude. I mean, that would be so goddamn funny. Who took a dump on a driveway? It was me. It was me. I dropped trowel. I took a dump right after Taco Tuesday. Spicy breakfast tacos with anchovies. Yep, it stunk, and it had my name on it. Yeah, I did it. So, the big question is, I got for you guys. I think we need to have a rally where we all take turns power duking on the speaker's driveway. Gotta have a time, a date, time, and event. Do it for charity for all the people who suffered under Pelosi and shit. Under the Democratic cocksuckers and shit. Yeah, this is for you know who. Mail it to her office in D.C. Hey, speaker, here I got a box for you, but it's kind of a weird one. It's kind of smelly. You want to open it? No, you do it. I don't want my hands dirty. Fucking cunt. Ooh. Speaker, someone send you a box of shit. Here's this for you. We're gonna wash our hands and then we're gonna resign from working for your stupid ass. But I mean, you gotta understand. I mean, these motherfuckers don't quite get it. They're overgrown children who've been in Congress and in the Senate for many years, but still don't get it. They're playing by emotions. They're overly sensitive over why they suck. We all know why they suck. I just refuse to, hey, Governor Nutsack, we think you suck. I think you're full of crap because every time you say over your mouth, we see shit flying out of it. And we think you're fucking nuts. You haven't done anything for anybody. No, all I care about is your re-election. Because all I care about is that power you got, and well, we don't like you. We think you're a piece of shit. Nation, and a drawing of us giving you the middle finger. Alright folks, this is good old Grandmaster Evan here, and if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, please share this video, and hit the bell for notification, and you've got the transmission, you all the resistance. I'm Grandmaster Evan, knowledge is free, knowledge is power. I'll watch you healthy, well, and wise. I love you guys, and I'll see you all guys in the next video. Peace out.